As soon as Donald Trump realized that this wasn't a MAGA rally in the middle of Alabama, he probably asked his driver if he should just turn around and go back home. And since those boos rained down at this Clemson-South Carolina game over the weekend, some might be wondering if this is a bad sign for his likability, even though President Biden is struggling too.
They're pushing for him to replace his formal shoes for more comfortable ones so that he can walk better and it reduces the risk of falling.
We've done that, right?
He's walking shorter distances, they're suggesting at least, while he's on camera. And apparently Democratic strategists and some of his big donors are frustrated because they don't think his staff has done enough to calm the public's concerns about his age. They're pushing for more humor to start calling him again Grandpa Joe.
Right, but the problem is some of the stuff isn't humorous. Some of the stuff is just concerning. I was reading the story in the New York Times. This guy, John Judas, he's a political analyst, author of the book, Where Have All the Democrats Gone? He published this story. He says the problem with Biden, he's not a commanding or charming presence on a presidential election stage. He says, I think a lot of voters, young people in particular, who are not at all put off by his positions and accomplishments, are put off by his utter failure as a regal persona. And I don't know how you can get that fixed. You cannot by bicycling. His best hope in that regard is the voters' perception of Trump as bad or even evil. Which, by the way, who will wreck your family, which is exactly what Democrats are trying to say. Too evil to elect.
Or Trump opponents, which include many Republicans, have paid attention to his collection of sexual assault cases, his fealty to and desire to be like the most vicious world leaders, his belief that highly classified documents that he stole literally belong to him, his absolute disdain for minorities, his lack of curiosity enough to read important documents which will prepare him to take on serious issues that affect countless Americans. Oh, and his promise to dismantle our democracy if he gets another chance. That's what people are paying attention to. You can conclude that all that means that he's evil, but that doesn't mean that there's some devil inside of him that's making him do it. It's all Trump. And like I said before, many Republicans feel the same way.
Is there any chance you would stay at home on Election Day?
No. I love American democracy too much that Biden and Trump, if it's a Biden and Trump race, then I would vote for Biden, even if he was dead.
No chance I'd stay home.
And I'm a Republican.
Surprisingly, Chris Christie is the only Republican candidate that's willing to fully recognize the chaos that is Donald Trump. He's been consistently making that case on every show that'll let him. But sadly, it doesn't seem to have been accepted by the majority of his party so far.
I heard Governor Haley yesterday say, that he's the right president for the right time, and that drama just seems to follow him, as if he's an innocent victim in that. Like, when you subvert the Constitution, some drama will ensue. When you try to block a valid election, when you lie to the American people and tell them election was stolen when it wasn't, when you send out a deranged social media post at 2 o'clock in the morning on Thanksgiving morning, talking about all the people you're thankful that you hate. That's why drama is there, because he creates it. And so for Governor Haley to act as if Donald Trump is some kind of innocent victim is a problem, because she's trying to be everything to everybody. And you can't.